Hey, Vinny.
Yeah, Cardiff?
Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. We talk to folks from different subreddits because sometimes we just don't get it. We explore all kinds of subreddits. Subscribe now or you will regret it. Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. Vinny and Cardiff go subreddit surfing. Mondays at 8 we are subreddit surfing. 10 is too late for subreddit surfing. So be here now for subreddit surfing today.
Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Subreddit Surfing, the show where a couch potato and an actual real-life potato from Minnesota surf subreddits.
Oh, you're from Minnesota?
No, I thought you were.
Oh, yeah, I am, but I didn't. Oh, okay. I thought.
Jesus Christ. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming over. I hope some of you decided to join us from the WATV live stream that just ended. Holy shit.
Boy, what a day it's been, huh?
I'm just drinking coffee, man. I'm trying to process all of this.
Well, we had our pre-show that Vinny was a wonderful part of. The Dabbler was desperate to have a big event type of pre-show happening. Finally got his chance today, and seconds before we get the news, hey, John is on MLC right now, backing out of the deal again.
That's what I assumed was going to happen. I've been thinking it for days that this was just going to be another bullshit thing. He would find a reason to back out, and I'm not afraid to say I was wrong. John proved me wrong.
Yes, almost proved you right. He proved you right and wrong in the same day. He did both. He flip-flopped like his president.
He's not helpful.
But yeah, it's been quite. Carl, everyone started to feel bad for Carl. Carl got a lot of sympathy on our show today. He bought a special shirt for today. He had the house
like a little kid getting ready for his first day of school. Carl had an outfit.
I bet he was wearing new shoes. Like, we don't even know. But yeah. So John,
and it's hard for him to get shoes.
It is definitely. We had that was just, we didn't know till the last second of that pre-show. We did not know if John was going to show up, but he did. He came on. It was eventful. You watched the whole thing, Vinny? I
did. Every second of that nonsense I was there for.
You went up to almost 3,000 people watching a live WATP. Hopefully we get a percentage of that for this evening's subreddit surfing.
Well, for those of you who decided to join us tonight, we truly thank you. And I need to send a big aloha out to all of our big kahunas.
Ooh,
I think
big kahunas.
I think we got a challenge on our hands tonight, Cardiff.
What's that?
Where's the whistle? Where's your whistle? There it is. We're very close to just jamming it over 100 subscribers, members tonight. We're very close. We're like 70 something. If we could get it over the hump tonight, if we get over that 100, I say we give an extra secret members only show.
Done. Deal. But only for members though.
Only for members.
Yes.
Of this channel, Subreddit Surfing. So sorry all of you who are car defenders.
Ooh.
This is secret from the car defenders too.
Yeah. But don't worry, I'll post it there, guys.
God damn it.
Don't let Vinny know.
Does everything have to go on your Patreon, Cardiff?
Yes, it's trying to add some value. It's really it's really worthless to most people. I have to try and pretend that there's some value over at patreon.com/Cardiff Electric.
Okay. Well, Cardiff, do we have our members? Do you want to start shouting out some of our members, our big kahunas tonight?
Yes, our car defender roll call. Dave Daffler, our friend, first in the chat. Eric MacBastard is a big kahuna. Radish Diff, Stoneman623, Grum TV, all these people, along with Waver and Zachariah Radzowitz and Amen, are all car defenders. And by now have been.
Why are you doing the car defenders? I don't want you to read the car defenders. I want you to read the big kahunas.
Oh, I'm a little drunk. They are big kahunas.
Are you drunk?
A little bit. It's been a fun evening.
What the fuck? What are you drinking?
Right now, Coors Light, but it's been one of those nights. Whatever's in the fridge is getting down the gullet.
How'd that get in your fridge? Jesus Christ!
I love me a silver bullet, Vinny. I love me a silver bullet. Yes, all big kahunas. Sorry, I apologize to the big kahunas here tonight. Cal Naughton is a big kahuna. Rochi, Molka Brain, Raggedy Man, Mikey's Bong Hit Transplant, Hunter Duke, all these big kahunas. Captain Kickass is here. American Cupcake is here. Prince Grazit is here. King of all diffs, Joe DiPasquale, the car defender. Oops, I did it again. The big kahunas are all here now.
Cardiff, I got good news.
What's that?
We got a new big kahuna, Gonzo.
Is that the Gonzo?
Yeah, the weirdo. Aloha, big kahuna. Welcome to the subreddit surfing stream. And I got to shout out David Chandler. Holy shit, David. $49.99.
Thank you, David Chandler.
This is the show where we vote for Vinny, right? No, that would be the creepoff.com, and you go vote for me right now. It's a tight race. But if you want to go vote for Brian Johnson, who brought Carl Hamburger as his creep this week, feel free.
Definitely. Can't let Carl get away with his manipulating the rules of the creepoff.
Absolutely not. We are a show of rules, god damn it. And we will defend them viciously. Brian Johnson had to come on and give Carl his pimp hand. It was gentle. It was fair, but at the end, Carl's ass is going to Gary, Indiana in a car.
Yeah, and now Brian is driving him there. Carl is somehow going to get Brian Johnson to do all the driving to Gary, Indiana.
Oh, man, that's true. That's true.
All
right. Well, either way, at least he's going to have to do it, and that'll be fun for all of us to laugh at because he's going to bitch and moan.
Couple
I will give him credit. He did a good job tonight. You did a good job, Carl.
He did. But he's still not off the hook. Separate shows.
Fuck no.
Separate shows. Stut Jo Depot is also joining us. A big kahuna. One of the biggest kahunas. Stut Jo Depot. Along with our newest. Mitch Connor is here. Please unblock Mitch. Mike Sexton. Hey, retard. How we do it. And I believe that is all the big kahunas that are here tonight.
Well, aloha to all of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Enjoy your big penises.
When we get like over 100 or so tonight, we'll do that bonus episode for you members. Now,
immediately after the episode,
my friend Carl, who hosts WATP, my co-host on the Creep Off, that guy made a suggestion for our show tonight. And I thought about it. And the more I thought about it, the more brilliant a suggestion it was during his live stream, because the category we picked tonight is a subreddit called Is It Bullshit?
Is It Bullshit?
Yeah, it's a very interesting page, actually, because it's a lot of information about common things that we all generally assume, but we want to know, are they bullshit or not?
Yeah,
and
even
people hash it out.
Scams are on there, just normal day-to-day kind of urban legends are on here. Regular, will this kill me? I've heard aspartame is going to kill me. Is that like just people post that stuff? So there is some good discussions on here. So
and let's be real, the internet will never ever steer you wrong.
Yes, as we learned today from John's Wikipedia, it can be manipulated by Carl very easily.
Yeah, well, Carl, ruined his livelihood by posting his book. So, Carl.
Oddly, that wasn't on John's Wikipedia, but it should be. It should be.
Wink.
Yes.
Now, the About This community is a community for asking whether programs, products, or services are legitimate. As we establish, it is more than that. There are 527,000 members, and there's about 400 people surfing that page right now as we speak. And Cardiff, Carl's suggestion was that we look at Stuttering John's sock account that we are aware of is a sock account.
Yes, the one that we've confirmed. Yes, that he
let's
confirmed
just see what he has been posting, because I mean, if we're covering bullshit, let's cover some bullshit, baby.
Do you have it?
No. What's the name of
it? I haven't found it yet. I know there's a post somewhere with it. It's leopard something.
Yeah, somebody posted right now in the chat, and we're gonna pop that up. But I think that's a good place to start for bullshit.
Yes. But we will be going to the Is It Bullshit subreddit eventually. But yes, we're gonna ease out of John. A lot of people are coming here all hot on John. If we just stop John immediately, they may have a stroke. So we don't want that. We are going to ease people out of the John business. So if somebody has the leopard subreddit Reddit handle, I've got him here somewhere. Fuck. Hold on, I will find it.
B Dabbler, you got to have that, buddy. Send it to Cardiff, would you?
Please.
Now,
please.
Folks, this is going to be a fun episode. I've been searching this page, a lot of different stuff, and I want to start off with a real simple one, Cardiff.
Please.
I'm going to add a screen. Forgive me, kids. Yeah, we're going to do that. Actually, we're going to do that. Sorry, guys, I'm not prepared. There it is, folks. Is it bullshit? Radio stations purposely sync up timing of ads commercials so that you have no choice but to listen to them.
Yeah, I would say they definitely. I mean, the whole goal of commercial radio is they want you to hear the commercials, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's the only reason they have them now. Yeah. There's no other reason for them except for like emergency communications to the masses. Because, satellite radio, those could go down, but somehow radio towers will still work. I still don't know how the fuck they expect me to believe that, but what are your thoughts, Cardiff? Obviously, yes.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's the whole, I think that's the whole goal of why they are in business. So they want you to hear the commercials as much as possible.
Well, I am a big believer, because I know a lot of ex-radio people, that they will do anything for $1, and anything that gives them the advantage they will do. Now, I was reading through this, and a guy named Dude Mo responded to this, and he said there was a radio station that played alternative pop music in my city. What a mix. Alternative pop.
Alternative pop. Okay.
What would that be, like Fall Out Boy? What the fuck is alternative pop?
Yeah, I guess Fall Out Boy is probably a good.
All right.
A good example of that.
3 years. The first year they advertised no DJ and no advertisements for a year. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, like how did the I mean I remember the outrage when Howard went to Sirius, and he was he talked about Sirius being commercial free, and then he got to Sirius. It was like, oh no, only commercial free music.
Well, what am I supposed to do? 5 hours?
Yeah, only commercial free music. Not my show. Not my show.
Yeah, so,
that's. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah. I mean, it's impossible to do a talk show like the length of his morning show then without taking a break. But they said they were no true to their word. They had no DJ, never played an ad for a solid year. Then they changed to no DJ and less ads than our competitors. So that lasted about a year. Then they changed it to we play ads when the others don't. So you could switch to their station when the others played ads and hear music.
Yeah. It's like it's the price, it's price fixing almost, right? Like where all the companies get together and say we're all going to charge the same price for this. It's kind of radio stations getting together saying we're all going to use the same time slot so nobody can bounce around the dial. But again, who's listening to the radio now? I'm sure. I guess there's some people. Yeah, I guess.
Caleb Holly, forgive me. Here I am watching a Fat Potato and Cardiff Electric. Welcome to the stream. This is what subreddit surfing is. Thanks for the $5.
Okay, so I found
did the live human potato joke in the open.
I found Stuttering John's Reddit sock account.
Yay! Well, this will be fun.
Yes.
A lot of posts on Shuli's Anonymous, it appears.
I believe all the posts are on Shuli's Anonymous. Let's go to the top of all time, posted by a leopard just 7750.
You know what? I bet you if for that members only episode, I bet you we could get Shuli to come on and cover this page with us.
I would want John on to cover this page with us too.
You'll never do it.
I asked him. I told him. I said we do subreddit surfing because this is his his Tuesday show. This is what he's planning on doing, just covering Shuli's Anonymous. And I said, hey, John, that's my show. It's Subreddit Surfing, Wednesdays at 8 on YouTube.
Motherfucker.
So first post here. I love the fact that the dues payer is getting owned by Stuttering John. It's been a long time coming.
I know you all think I'm John, but I'm not.
But I'm actually starting to like him. But
no, John.
John says that he did it like obviously, like everybody obviously knew it was him. And this post itself kind of leans into that a little bit. Oh. Or is he, because nobody else refers to Shuli as the dues payer. First
over and over and again constantly.
Yeah.
Is it me, or is Shuli the most unlikable person in the world that worked for Stern? I don't know. To me, it's Ronnie.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say Ralph.
Oh yeah, he sucks too.
Yeah.
Even Ralph contributed more than the dues payer.
Oh, there you go. Even Ralph's there. Yeah, Howard's clothes. I hate to say it, but Stuttering John wins. This was probably after the.
Oh no! Back up!
Oh, what?
Someone responded to that and said I'd put SJ up there too, and then Leopard just 7750 responded, nah, because John stirred up the shit and even stood up to Howard. I was just watching a clip where John was calling Stern a wave and saying, "Who do you think you are, king?" LOL. Oh God.
There's not many people on Reddit that will quote something Stuttering John said.
Folks, I'm a stupid idiot. I have said so many dumb things in front of live mics and cameras, but this guy just writing the stupid shit too. It's amazing. Like, I try not to throw stones constantly, but Jesus Christ.
Just a reminder, everybody watching, if you're watching on my channel, go over to Subreddit Surfing, like, subscribe, buy a membership, become a big kahuna, but come on over to the Subreddit Surfing YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. We're close to our goal of all our goals. So please help us get to the goal of goals.
Mike Sexton, aloha, big kahuna. I completely agree with you, Mike. I miss the days of listening to the comedy channels on Sirius for real. Agreed. I absolutely loved listening to Raw Dog back in the day. And Cardiff, you and I were both big O&A and Ron and Fez guys, right?
O&A.
Did you not listen to Ron and Fez?
I was not a big Ron and Fez listener. Not that I didn't like them. I just never. Must have been listening to something else in the afternoon. I can't remember.
Okay.
Maybe
I know that
maybe replays.
B Dabbler and I were both big Ron and Fez.
Yes, B Dabbler's a big Ron and Fez.
In a lot of ways, man, that show I think was superior to Opie and Anthony in a few ways. It was a little more silly. It was a little different, and it had a different vibe that was very sharp, but also loose. And I really respected that shit. But I loved listening to Raw Dog on Sirius XM, just like
especially on long road trips, like where you're just tired of listening to, the music channels on Sirius. Some of them were great, but they were repetitive as hell. There's a reason they had so many, is because you had to keep bouncing around before they got too repetitive. But the Raw, on a long trip, you just wanted to hear something, just to distract you while you're driving. And yeah, Raw Dog was a good one.
Chad's missing upper lip. Thanks for the $4.99. Why does nobody bring up Carter's clearly Canadian accent? A boot, oot. You're a syrup potato.
Oh, Minnesota. That's very, very common misconception.
So it's a funny thing. I don't want to dox you, but it really is ironic.
Yes.
I know it's weird that Carl and Stuttering John live in the same place now, but it's also ironic that you live in Rochester, Minnesota.
Yes, it is. It's one of those, well, not really a coincidence. I mean, I did buy the property after securing the Cardiff electric character.
Right. Because
I did do it for the bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're very committed.
Yes.
Big Papa, thanks for the $2. Y'all are too chill. When does the shouting start?
Shut up, Vinnie.
All right. I'll be
gonna mute you.
I'll be quieter.
Juice
payer.
Seriously.
I hate that shit. It drives me crazy.
Seriously, Shuli has made me like the Dabbler.
Oh, he wrote an essay here. Let's read his essay. Go ahead, Cardiff. You're up.
The shit the dues payer says is so damn embarrassing. He gets interviewed by some Goldstein nobody and acts as if he invented sliced bread. Who's you referring to there? Goldstein nobody?
I don't know, but John's the guy who got fucking drunk at Tommy's show and acted like that was a big deal.
He was so arrogant. At least John was able to goof on himself. John's never goofed on himself. Shuli has no humility. At least John accomplished many things, being very popular on the Stern Show and Howard's inner circle. 2 record deals, a video on MTV, various TV appearances on Conan, Stewart, Leno, and even Headbangers Ball. The Tonight Show, a WGA writer, a SAG-AFTRA member with tons of TV credits, some like arm wrestling and Kareem that aren't even up on, like, you know he had the word my IMDb in this and had to go back and edit it. Like, on my IMDb. Oh wait, no, go back. Delete. On IMDb. Shit, the guy wrote and directed a sketch with Quentin Tarantino, Adam Sandler, David Spade, Jack Black, and Charlie Sheen, for Christ's sakes.
And there I was, directing Quentin Tarantino. Can you believe it?
Chris sakes, I guess that's supposed to be. He was even invited to Sheen's Super Bowl party. I was no fan. Have you ever been invited to Charlie Sheen's Super Bowl party, Vinny?
Yeah, twice.
Okay, then you're not a loser. I was no fan of John's, but thanks to the dues payer, he has changed my mind. John even wrote, produced, and starred in a movie to National Lampoon. Call me Stuttering John. I don't care. But these are simply the facts. The only reason Uncle Rico was successful, if you call 1,000 patrons as being successful, which is embarrassing in itself, was because it was all about punching up. Shuli Hasher has no self-awareness. By the way, he does like 5 shows a day. When does he spend time with his kids? Duck, you Shuli, you fucking untalented loser. He's talking about his kids.
What is he saying here? Uncle Rico was successful. If you call 1,000 patrons as being successful,
I would call that successful.
I mean, like, you think he would fucking complain? Which is embarrassing in itself, was because it was all about punching up.
I don't know.
What the fuck does that even mean? Is he saying that the reason people like it is because Shuli's punching up and people like to gang up on the successful guy? Is that what he's trying to fucking say?
I guess. Yeah. They're below him.
Is that
they're below him and they're coming after him, I guess. That's the...
Do I have to read this through my magical crystal ball of fucking delusion?
Well, let me have 2 more Coors Light and I'll tell you what it means.
Oh my God. Duck you, Shuli. Yeah. The juice pair.
The juice pair is jealous because SJ failed up.
Hey, is there a Dabble 316 t-shirt yet? Because I really want one.
No, I think you should make that.
Yeah, I think I want a Dabble 316 shirt.
For those of you who haven't seen the juice pairs run away from the dabbler.
Can we watch this, please? I haven't watched that in forever.
You want to watch it? Okay, hold on. I gotta bring it back. I didn't put audio on. Hold
on. Maybe we shouldn't play it because if it's on John's channel.
Oh yeah, he might strike us.
That fucking dumb drunk. That's the only thing he can wrap his brain around is fucking striking people.
Let's do a couple more. Just in case you haven't noticed, here's some more lies by the dues payers. By the dues payer.
I'm out of the Stuttering John business.
I'm going to make fun of John for living in the past, but now all I do is reminisce about the so-called glory days. So that's not a lie. That would be more appropriate for the hypocrisy. That would be a more appropriate case for the hypocrisy police, maybe. Let's goof on the dabbler for his green screen falling, and then all of these 3 nudnicks have the.
How does he expect us not to know it's him when he writes out nudnicks? He wrote out nudnicks, guys.
The dues payer goofs on John's snot, but then has a face full of it on his show. Okay. Number 5, I'm a comedian. Okay, so that's a lie of Shuli's, I guess. Yes. That's 6, Bob is a comedian. 7, Mike is. Now, wouldn't the bigger lie be Mike is a comedian first? So shouldn't we have that and then work our way? Wow.
Mike did a great set about my Dusty Rhodes jacket. I like Mike. He's fine.
Yes, Mike's a very one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Dude, these are amazing. How have I not read these? This is amazing. Maybe I've looked at, I don't really look at this page very often, but maybe I just Shuli sock account alert.
Pointing out the Shuli sock accounts.
Hypocrisy police.
Hypocrisy police. Woo! I need
Holy
OJ's
shit.
drop.
He's calling out Shuli sock accounts with his sock account.
If only John could do this business. Have a sock account that only calls out other people's sock accounts.
Holy shit. Any comments? Let's look out for it. Hey, can we find your highness? I want to see what this person was writing. Let's explore this. Let's find out if Shuli did have a sock account.
Oh, let me just.
I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm learning to take my screen down when I do changes because I.
Dave Delfor, thanks for the $2. We love Cardiff. Good night. Don't go anywhere. We're having fun tonight.
Look at us. We're having fun.
We're going to talk about more bullshit in just a little bit.
Definitely.
All right, Cardiff. Does Shuli? What did the sock account say? I like Shuli's show once, and so John somehow translated that. Or do we have a case of John actually being correct? The broken clock, so to speak.
No, there's nothing here.
If you will, baby. If you will.
It's I copied and pasted, but it's
okay.
It's not anything.
Can I tell you what I'm hoping for?
What's that?
I'm hoping for John trying to do a level of Inception where he creates a sock account pretending to be Shuli's sock account.
That's something I would do. I mean, that's really how Cardiff was born. I was just leading into the whole sock account thing, but
I'm really just ashamed to say that I thought like you for a second. Holy fuck.
Congratulations. I'm finally rubbing off.
Finally hitting your level? Am I hitting your level, buddy?
Thank you. You're almost there, buddy. You're almost there.
All right.
Can Shuli be more unlikable? I've just read a couple of these headlines. Where does
the dude back up? I want to see. Pop him back up.
Oh, okay.
This is fascinating to me. This was a great idea, Carl. Ooh, look at that guy. Where does the duespayer get his arrogance from?
He's such a smug loser who thinks he's accomplished something in show business. I mean, at least Howard and Robin liked the dabbler. Nobody seemed to like Shuli. Where does the duespayer get his arrogance from? It's not like he's done anything to brag about. At least John and Artie were on Conan and Leno, which for comedians is a huge feather in their cap. What the fuck has Shuli done to get this type of arrogance from? Someone please tell me.
Oh, what a fucking crybaby.
Now, he posts Shuli's comedy stand-up set. Should Stuttering John return? So he was.
Oh my God! What did he say? I'm a bit torn on this one. I'll ask you guys: should the dabbler return to address the duespayer, morph, and bomb,
or not give those idiots any new content?
He can't help himself, folks.
Nope. And again, this could be a very elaborate. If we were reading this now, if John didn't verify this himself by putting this up, like, he put a screen up of his Reddit and this username was on his screen. That's how this has been confirmed. But if it wasn't confirmed like that, I would still be sitting here like, it's probably just somebody like me fucking with him.
He's so.
And I'm pretty sure somebody did do that with this account before. I'm sure somebody flagged it because I get DMs all the time. Hey, I think this is one of John's sock. I think this is one. I think this is one. So I think I've seen this name before. Someone has said this in the past, but it was too perfect, right? Like when I was doing stuff like this, I tried to, just add a couple nuances to make it look good. But I don't think I was this over the top with any of my stuff. But
after reading the last post, I checked out the dabbler's IMDb. I don't care if you accuse me of being SJ. There's no comparison.
Would you like to check it out, Vinny?
John's IMDb? Yeah. But let's hit some super chats first because some people are being super generous. Captain Kickass, aloha, Big Kahuna.
Thank you, Captain Kickass.
Cardiff, you still reign supreme. Vinny is growing on me. That's all I could hope to do. Listen, I understand how lovable the potato is, folks, and I'm just thrilled to be able to be along the ride with him. You know, that's my boy. Love me some Cardiff.
Yes,
Dang Blizzard. Missed the pre-show because of MLC insanity, so let's do some subreddit surfing. Aloha, Big Kahuna. Cardiff,
yes,
I'm with you on KB now. I said this on the pre-show. I have never been that angry just watching something like this before. Usually I'm more stunned and amazed by things. But I was mad the way KB tried to sabotage that for literally no goddamn reason.
It was the old I'm taking my net and going home kind of situation, I think, with Kevin Brennan. He's like, I can't have it. If I can't have John, nobody can. And he was just doing all he could to ruin that for all of us. Ruin that for all of us.
Cardiff is hoping for a percentage of WATP's audience. Mission accomplished. He got 5%.
Thank you. They had a big audience, biggest audience I think Shuli said on Carl's, biggest audience any of these dabbler adjacent shows have ever gotten. MLC's never hit those kind of numbers. Nothing on the Shuli network's ever hit those kind of numbers. Carl is killing it with this. He got his money's worth.
Shuli should be done with dinner. Send him a link. I don't give a shit. Cardiff, you got his info?
I do. We'll have Shuli on we'll actually plan one and bring Shuli on for Shuli's Anonymous.
Tonight we're just kind of playing around with this a little bit, and we're gonna get into our subreddit in just a few.
Again, we're trying to ease everybody out of John. Trying to ease everyone out. So John,
nothing's gonna help ease everyone out except a deep dive into his biography and his IMDb. Good job, Cardiff.
We won't do that. We'll just go into his work. We'll do that. So his credits, that's it. So writer on the Tonight Show,
$2. KB gets 3 months of FKB. Fine by me. I don't give a shit.
Yes. I told everyone early, fuck Kevin Brennan. Now I believe I did declare war, and I do believe we are at war with MLC.
Listen, nobody wants me in the trenches with them, but I'm with you in spirit.
So John was on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, the Jay Leno Show, One Too Many, credited as a writer on the Howard Stern radio show and on the Howard Stern show. As an actor, upcoming. Oh, what could be upcoming? The Himp Adventures. This is news, breaking news. Stuttering John is starring in The Himp Adventures of the Dragon Moon.
What he played Sensei? What?
He played Sensei. What? How have we? This is
what the fuck
is this? Remember, everyone, go to the subreddit surfing YouTube. Subscribe now.
I'm doing a new show with Christian Black called "Who Are These IMDb's?" Because this is fascinating to me now. John Melendez up at the top is Sensei. Let's see who else is in this movie. Let's look at those credits there. Oh, God.
Look at this. Do they still make VHS movies? Because this is a straight to VHS movie.
Is that John wearing a bike helmet with dumb fake teeth in?
No. I'm trying to find it. He doesn't look like he's on the cover. That can't be him. Is that him?
I can't tell.
Because he did say he was growing his hair out for a role, didn't he? Oh,
all right. Hold on.
B Dabbler saying they played clips of this. Okay, this is news to me.
Okay,
the scenes are out already. Okay, all right. There's been a lot of John. There's been a lot of John. Somebody's saying, look at the bottom. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's John there. Okay, that's John.
Okay,
I thought that was Artie. Like it looked like an Artie lookalike.
Yeah, that looked like Artie from
Beer League.
Okay, yeah. Caleb Holly, $5. Super chatting here after the WATP stream with Stut Jo. It's like taking the pregnant stripper to the back room. Her kids need to eat too. Yes. Oh, thank you.
Always tip pregnant strippers, please, everybody. Please. Okay, so no scoop there for us, Vinny. No scoop there for us.
Hey, Cardiff, could you read this one?
Thank you, Belial Bradley, for the $5. My cock hurts today. I don't know what that means. but thank you.
I don't get it neither.
Let me try reading it again. My cock hurts today. Nope. Don't know what it means.
Caleb Holly, thanks for the $2. Come on, Vinny, read my last super chat. I just did. That's my imitation of Opie. Super happy fun chatter, $2. John scenes are out on the internet already. I want to see the whole production. I don't want to just see clips. I want to see the whole thing.
How about a Patreon watch party? We will get a copy of this and we'll watch with everybody on the Creep Off Patreon. How about that, Vinny?
That'd be wonderful. We'll do that in a second. Tiff, thanks for the $20. I have nothing clever or witty to add. I just love you guys.
Thank you.
I don't know who Celeste is or why they need justice.
Just Celeste. Celeste was slut shamed yesterday on the Stuttering John show. I don't.
Who is Celeste?
Just a beloved chatter in John's chat yesterday.
You've not seen the Himp? It's great. Somebody did a cut of all John scenes on Bedabbler, I think. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to check that out.
Blind Mike, thanks for the $10. Does the war against KB still rage on? Miss you guys already. Blind Mike, I'll send you a link. You can come on anytime, buddy.
Do you think that somehow this is gonna unite the Dabbleverse with Chad against Kevin Brennan?
Against KB?
Yeah. Will we enlist the Mud Shark as an ally in this war?
Oh, I want to have nothing to do with Chad Zumock. Ever.
Okay, good. Phew.
There's nothing. Listen, guys. I don't fucking care about any of that guy's nonsense. He doesn't impress me. I don't give a shit. All I care about is when shit comes in and affects the things that matter, like the Stuttering John WATP interview today, and actively trying to sabotage it because you're mad that somebody went on somebody else's show is really silly and a shitty thing to do. So that's why I agree with you, Cardiff, and I say FKB for that. That's fucked up.
Okay, good. Yeah, screw him. I think he's taken on. He's gone to war with many podcasts, but I don't think he realizes the passion of this universe that we're in.
Let me tell you one thing you never want. You seen Carl's teeth? You don't want those fucking things sinking into your neck.
You also don't want Cranberry looking into you.
Well, we were fucking watching that shit, and KB was like, all right, I'm sorry. Like, he was backing up because Carl really was pissed. And I mean, that's a white hot laser of rage. Carl, when he starts reading your mail, it probably is not a fun feeling.
No. But yeah, I think maybe we'll cool it on John now. I think we've exhausted it. Let's get into our subreddit, Vinny. How about that?
Cardiff, yeah, why don't you read me one? We're visiting a subreddit today. Is it bullshit? Let's find out. Yeah. Let's find out about some bullshit, kids.
So, Vinny, have you ever been to Mexico?
As a child, yes.
As a child. So not recently?
No.
So a lot of people are scared to go to Mexico. They believe they will cross the border, immediately be kidnapped by a cartel. Is it bullshit? Do cartels really run Mexico, and do they randomly kill Americans? A few of my friends have advised me not to go to Mexico for vacation because they say the cartels basically run the country now. Cartel gangs patrol the street, and if they don't like you, they'll just murder you on the spot. The government is helpless because the cartels have high caliber machine guns, rockets, artillery, you name it. I'm told they're better armed than the Mexican army, and they're led by ex-US special forces. Of course, this is an American's fault. It's an open secret in USSF that you do maybe 5 to 10 years in USSF. Then you retire to Mexico, and cartels will pay you $1 million a year to lead their death squads. Everybody is terrified of the cartels and gives them everything they want because they effectively are the government and rule with an iron fist. This sounds pretty dire. Is it true? Is Mexico really that bad?
I don't know, but yes, I've seen it in movies.
In movies, yes. I can't, like, every time, I think the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in Mexico was I think I got ripped off for some silver jewelry.
In Mexico?
Yes.
Patrick Bellamar, Aloha Biguda, says cartels run America, brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah.
Oh, hot take.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
But even I look at, even if sometimes driving through a really bad neighborhood, You ever drive through a bad neighborhood in Rochester, Vinny?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you kind of like lock the doors, you're looking around, and then you see a woman just pushing a stroller across the street in front of you.
Mhm.
I'm like, if this woman with this 4'3" Filipino woman can survive in this neighborhood, I think I'll be okay. I don't
Sure.
think I'm necessarily. So again, I think if everyone in Mexico, there's millions of people living in Mexico. I think if they can survive there, I don't think it's as bad as this poster
Well, I
made me
mean, they
think.
have schools, they have hospitals, they have police,
Mhm.
they have infrastructure. It's a country.
Best,
Um,
sorry.
please.
Oh, best comment on this, top voted comment. Cartels definitely control a lot of Mexico, but not all of it. Not even half of it. Estimates are about 20%. And they do not want to kill Americans. That brings bad press, and that's not what they want. They're like the mafia. They would prefer to be hidden and unknown and not bring attention to them as much as possible. The last thing they want is America to actually try to do something about them, which I think is a very good point. Keep it on
Yeah,
the keep it on the DL.
agreed. Um, I can't tell you who runs what in Mexico, but I do know this. Watch out for the water. Come on.
Mhm.
Come on.
Mhm.
Watch out for the water.
That's the real mafia in Mexico is the hotel doctors. The
They'll
hotel
get you.
doctors, they'll get you.
Oh, they'll get you. They
They
all look like Steve, except they have mustaches.
mhm. They raided my wallet. That's for
What
sure.
happened? What'd they do to you?
Oh, well, we Mrs. Cardiff and I were in Mexico, and Mrs. Cardiff may or may not have had a tater tot inside her at the time.
Got it.
So,
Got it.
okay, maybe not the best decision to go to Mexico while carrying a tater tot, but hey, we were young and,
That's a really poor decision, honestly.
yes, it probably was.
Very
But
negligent, poor decision.
yeah, but
Are you trying to
we
tell me that you would have had 3?
no,
Okay.
that's
Just
not this story.
okay.
So anyway, we're in Mexico,
Save it for another day.
and Mrs. Cardiff was feeling very ill. Again, we probably had something at the water, an ice cube, something. We were careful. We drank bottled water while we were there, but with our simple Minnesota guts are not used to the harsh Mexican water. And we got sick. We both got sick. But luckily, our resort had a clinic in it that you could go and visit. So we went and visited the clinic, and the doctor said,
Mark.
yes, yes. The doctor immediately drove us to the local hospital, which was very, very nice, by the way. No wait. They walked us right in. We spent the
Because only the
day.
tourists are affording it.
Yes. We spent the day there. It was a very nice, probably $3,000 day in a Mexican hospital that you had to pay up front. So yes, that
Good
was.
God.
But we didn't know, right? It's you didn't know that you were being scammed the entire time. As soon as you left your hotel room, you were getting scammed by your
They're
Mexican hotel
running
doctor.
game on you at
Mhm.
the hospital.
Mhm.
All right. I don't know. Mexico does not do it for me. I remember when I was a kid, my memories of it. I grew up in San Diego, and my
Oh,
dad
so
would go down there.
TJ.
Yeah,
Jump over to TJ.
my dad would take me to TJ for I don't know what reasons, but he always had me in the car when he went. And I just remember people coming up to the car and just buying or trying to sell weird and random shit to my dad.
Mm. You ever see a donkey show?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
My 6th birthday.
Happy birthday, Vinny.
They put a little party hat on the donkey for me. It was a day I'll never forget.
You've had a wonderful, wonderful life, Vinny. I'm
Yeah,
happy
my
for
father
you.
was an interesting guy. Aaron Brown, thanks for the
Thank you,
$5.
Aaron.
What a nice comment for you, Cardiff.
Oh, huge Shuli Network fan, but absolutely love that potato. You're my favorite starch on the planet. Love what you're putting out there, fan for life. Thank you. Please make sure you go to subscribe at Yo Remember the 90s. Yo Remember the 90s coming this fall. Sorry, Vinny.
All right. Red 473, thanks for the 499. I don't care. Plug whatever you want to. One host is a potato, the other just is shaped like one. Yes, I get it.
Yes. Please.
I get it.
But if you super chat that joke, we will continue to read it.
Yeah,
all night long, because there's one thing we do over here at Subreddit Surfing is
fat
we
shame Vinny.
end overdue bits.
Vinny's back around. He has to weigh at least 600 pounds. Vinny's back.
Do not weigh 2 Vito. I am not 2 Vito.
Vinny's back and round.
Fuck you, Cardiff.
I hope heart disease doesn't take you down, Vinny.
You're a real prick sometimes. You know that?
I hope your shelf of toys falls on you and crushes you. Your Vinny's feet just stepping on the bottom shelf to reach a toy all the way at the top. And everything just crushes him.
I just wanted to admire it.
I wanted to play with Hulk Hogan, and now I'm dead.
There's no Hulk Hogan's back here.
No, not a
No,
big.
not a one.
Terry Bollea.
Oh, I'm a huge
Fan?
Terry Bollea fan, actually. If you would go to the Creep Off Patreon, you'll find out.
Thunder
What
in
a
Paradise, I believe.
Yeah, you'll find out what a big Terry Bollea fan I am. And if you are a Creep Off Patreon member, we're going to be watching a little bit of Thunder in Paradise and doing a Scum stream on Friday. It's going to be a combo.
It's fake news, beloved chatter. Fake
No,
news.
it's 100% true.
I'm taller, so it makes me look fatter.
Yeah, whatever you say. Caleb Holiday, come on now. The cartels are rapping your churches and burning your women.
Thank you. Not for that part. Thank you for the $5.
Would say Vinny is growing on me, but he's already growing on himself. Hashtag Cardiff rules. Come on, guys.
Thank you.
Come on, guys. Can't we all just be friends?
Yes. This next one, Vinny, is a little bit more of a barrel chest. Yeah, you're like if you were in like the 20s, I think Opie and Anthony used to call it fit fat.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
If you're like a wrestler in the 20s, you would be like the ideal. You'd be like,
Dude,
wow,
I
look at
have
him.
like 20s wrestler body. I really do.
There would be comic books. There would be comic books depicting you kicking sand in someone's face on the beach, and the guy mailing away for some exercise tool to help him beat up the bully. Am I really dating myself with this reference?
Yes.
Okay.
Hack Ride.
Hi, Hack
I
Ride.
call the show The Void.
And the alkaloid.
alkaloid. You see, potatoes are very high in alkaloids.
Mhm.
Never mind. I will see myself out. Good choice.
I always love a good science pun.
Zane 0013. Thanks for the $5. Sad I missed the Clubfoot versus the Dabbler, but I'm happy to catch the Subwave. Cuddles, Vinny, and Spud. Thank you so much.
Yes. Vinny, are we talking about moving the show back to Mondays in the fall?
You told me that you had a conflict.
Yeah.
And Mondays is, I guess, fine with me. I don't really care.
Okay. Or we're good to stay with Wednesdays. What works? I still have to update the theme song if I'm moving it back, because I believe the theme song still says Mondays at 8.
Yeah, we're bad at the marketing part of this.
Yes. Well, we can discuss that.
One of these hosts, the show host is a computer, while the other one is a machine.
A machine.
I'm going to rip my shirt off right now. Stalhem, thanks for the $5.99. I don't know what currency that is, but I appreciate it.
I do too. Vinny, this next one may be a little controversial. If you're a patriot, you may be offended by this, but if you really think about this question, it does kind of say, is it bullshit? American children are forced to chant in unison a pledge to the nation every day.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, because we'll watch a Vice documentary in North Korea, and we'll laugh at children. Like, we'll say, "Oh my God, I can't believe they make the children chant to the leader, or do this, or have pictures of the leader in their house." But we kind of do the exact same thing here. I think we're superior for it, don't we? I said.
Yeah, because you're definitely an American from
Minnesota. Yes.
Rochester, Minnesota.
Yes.
Cardiff, I have always found it weird. I've talked on the show about how I went to a private Christian school as a kid.
Oh, so you have to do prayers too.
Dude, we had to do 3 pledges of allegiance. The first one was to the American flag. The second one was to the Christian flag, and I'm sure that if we Googled it, I could find that.
Yeah, what's a Christian flag?
It's a white flag that looks just like the American flag, but instead of there being stripes, it's all white, and then it's still blue up there, but there's a red cross in it. That's the Christian flag.
That should be our new logo.
We had
to views we'd get.
Welcome to subreddit surfing, you marks. No, there was that. Then we had to do the pledge allegiance to the Bible.
The Bible.
I pledge allegiance to the Bible
of Israel. Well, how did that go? Do you remember it, Vinny?
It was something like a light unto my path. Oh fuck. No, I don't. I blocked it out. Years and years of alcohol and drug abuse have really fucked me up that I don't remember my pledge to the Bible. But yeah, it took forever. We had to do 3 pledges in the morning. And so because of that experience, I'm anti all of that nonsense. The pomp and circumstance to it, I don't care about. But it is a nice thing to teach kids to care about their country and to be proud of their country. I'm good with that. But again, chanting in unison.
Yeah. It does feel very... I know we take the religion out of school, but obviously not at your school, but it does feel very religious. It does feel like kneel now and bow your head, and it's a different entity you're worshiping, right? It just does feel strange.
Well, I mean, you're basically saying that I am now pledging my allegiance to mine government. And that's a weird thing to do as a child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any way you slice it. Julienne it. Any way you dice it.
Oh, you were talking about potatoes now.
Any way you dice it.
Any way you dice it. No. Okay, Vinny.
Diced, covered, chunked, cubed.
Oh. Am I getting sad? You've never cut up a vegetable in your life.
Potatoes all the time. Oh. You should see how many potatoes I've callously murdered at a Waffle House.
Vinny.
Ha! It's not a Jimmy Savile t-shirt, you psycho. It's a Ric Flair t-shirt, goddammit. That's very funny. Ha ha ha. All right. Go ahead, Cardiff. Sorry.
Is it bullshit that Apple deliberately makes their products perform worse over time so people are forced to upgrade? Now, this is a big controversy a while ago, but I believe called planned obsolescence.
I believe that is the term. Yes. Now,
I don't believe Apple is the only one guilty of this, but I think they got their hand slapped for it.
My mechanic yesterday was just going on and on and on about this in new cars. Planned obsolescence. So what does this subreddit say about that, Cardiff? Do you want to pop it up so we can look at some of the comments?
Sure. Oh, this is... So yeah, planned obsolescence has been around for a long time. In Japan, they refer to it as the Sony timer.
Uh-oh.
So I guess maybe Sony also caught for something similar. Now, it's funny, like there was a time where made in Japan, again, Sony, I think being one of the biggest brands in Japan. Remember when made in Japan meant it was junk?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, oh, it's made in Japan. It's really good. That's like the high end. Like they've really rebranded themselves as a nation, as a manufacturing nation. They've really done a great job. They've come a long way, those Japanese.
It's pretty wild how they've been able to flip the script.
Mm-hmm.
Cardiff, do you think that Apple does that? Because it seems to me that whenever you buy any type of electronics, they will always eventually start to slow down because the operating systems change,
mm-hmm.
and the requirements for programs change, and then the hardware doesn't always match up with what you need to run what you want to run just because it's older, and that's what slows it down. And it's not really a planned thing by a company to fuck you up. It's just kind of the way technology goes.
Well,
I mean, that's kind of what I think it is, but what do I know?
Yeah, I think
I'm a fat guy in a Jimmy Savile t-shirt.
everything started to get. I think I've done this stupid rant drinking at around the fire more than once, but everything started to change when things got Wi-Fi connected, right? Like my doorbell was the same. It was probably a 60-year-old doorbell on our house, worked perfectly fine for decades. But the second you go and put in a Ring doorbell or a, or a Google Nest thermostat or something that's always connected to the Wi-Fi, now you're constantly updating things. You're constantly having to reboot stuff. Now this isn't connected, that isn't connected. Vinny, as a young man, did you ever once have to do any maintenance on your doorbell or thermostat in your house?
Never once.
Never. But now I've had to reconnect this shit more times than I ever have before. So again, I think things like that where, the companies can force updates on it regularly. They can keep updating the software, the operating system, like you said, but the hardware is still what it was when you bought it, right? So I think things like VCRs, DVD players back in the day would probably last a lot longer because they weren't, subject to getting updated. They had to work right out of the box.
It's
to get a whole bunch of returns. Yeah, that's
what we're willing to deal with for the simplicity of technology.
Yes.
Because this shit, it just fails constantly. Everything you have connected to Wi-Fi at some point is going to ask you to remember a fucking password or just stop working or disconnect or update or something just to fucking bother you.
Yeah, your fridge, your stove, your washer, dryer, dishwashers, all Wi-Fi enabled. Not to mention, when you do a load of laundry, it slows down my stream.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yeah.
I don't play video games. And the reason I don't play video games is because the last time I went to go play one, my Sony PlayStation 3 had an update that was going to take 6 hours. And I fucking turned it off and never updated it. And I don't give a shit. That's the stuff that drives me crazy. Dang Lizard, thanks for the 5. What is that, euros? What are we looking at here?
Yes.
5. Okay. As a German, I'm proud of not being proud of my country. The cheapest sort of pride is national pride. There's definitely some wisdom behind that. Well, yeah, right over there, pal?
Yeah, I don't know. Kevin Brennan just tweeted something about me. So tweeted a link to my Patreon. So I don't know if he's I guess he's heard my declaration of war and he's coming back at me somehow. So
good, great.
We'll see. But there is a subreddit that I've been on. I've been a member of it for a while. I don't think we could make a show out of it. Maybe we could. But it's called Buy It for Life.
Huh.
So basically it's people that will, post things that do last. You buy a really good pair of boots for $400, handmade leather boots, whatever, and you're going to have the same boots for, I have Doc Martens that are 35 years old and are still in good shape, right? There's certain things that you'll buy once and they'll last you a lifetime. Washers and dryers, people, will show their washers from the 60s and the 70s that are still going.
Yeah.
And usually, without a lot of the mechanics, the digital stuff, right? So
seems boring to me.
I know. I don't know why it's interesting to me. You might like today. Today somebody posted
you're such a thrifty nerd.
A 5,000-year-old dildo. So
come again. I'm sorry.
You might appreciate the 5,000-year-old dildo.
That's what some people call KB.
Yes.
Okay. Just so fucking mad about that bullshit. All right. Are you all right over there?
I'm just trying to figure. I'm just trying to figure out what he's doing. He's coming after me, but we'll see. We'll see after the show.
Okay.
After the show.
Okay. Settle down, buddy.
All right.
He's gonna get you.
Vinny, is it bullshit? See, now this is just a fun one. Pirates why do you think pirates wear an eye patch?
I've heard lots of theories on this.
What have you heard about pirates' eye patches, Vinny Paulino?
Scurvy. They're just dirty old people who don't take care of themselves, and their eyes rot out of their heads, so they have to put a patch over it.
Mm-hmm. I,
Just
I,
stop salt water from getting in. I don't know.
I heard one. There was one pirate I've heard of. I believe he was an angry pirate. He was getting fucked in the ass, and the guy came around and came in his eye, and he grabbed his eye and said, "Arr!"
Oh, that's how it happened.
That's the Angry Pirate by Patrice O'Neill. Okay, no. Is it bullshit? The pirates used to wear an eye patch, not because they were one-eyed, but to have the covered eye ready to adapt to darkness when necessary, like going below deck. So essentially,
Trying
they're
to
saying that
train the one eye to be able to see better quickly, going from the bright sun outside on the ocean to down below the deck.
no, I guess as they could just flip it up and use that eye when they went into dark areas. I guess like below.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, the main argument I've
Pirates
heard
are fucking stupid if that's what they thought.
they got all they're out. Are they stupid, Vinny?
Yes, they're diseased thieves.
They're living out on a boat with all their buddies.
Yeah,
They're
disgusting.
just sailing from port to port, drinking, pillaging, fucking.
Yep.
That's that you think we're doing it better than the pirates did?
Yes.
All right. I guess pirates did not have subreddit surfing Wednesdays at 8 on YouTube. So we are obviously better than pirates.
Listen, I just feel like pirates were filthy, dirty people that lived in their own shit and filth on a boat for months and years at a time and just went and murdered people and were awful.
They seem like they were having fun.
Do you think living on a boat with all of your friends for that long would be fun, Cardiff? They all had shitty personalities. I'll put money on it. Pirates had shitty personalities. It's my hill to die on.
I bet it did smell.
Don't tell me what to do, Jordan Greer. I will pirate bash all I want.
Good.
I'm the captain. All right.
Here's a fun one for our YouTube overlords.
Okay.
And if you are on the Cardiff Electric YouTube channel, hop on over to @subreddit surfing and like and subscribe there.
Please.
As we are close to our goal. Is it bullshit if you flag a YouTube video for sexual content? So I guess you hit the little report button that John and Chad like to hit. They click it all the time because they're little bitches. For example,
fingered bitches.
Yes. For example, a 10-hour video of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. A YouTube employee will have to sit there and watch the whole thing to investigate. Do you think all of those reports have to be verified by a human?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think there is a bot that is good at spotting titties.
Yes, and I think maybe if you ask for a review the 14th time, then maybe Joe Google will actually have to go and review.
Joe Google's gonna have to get down to the bottom of things at that point.
Are you scared of anything, Vinny?
Oh yeah.
What are you scared of?
Swimming in the ocean, snakes, AI.
Okay.
Those are the three main ones.
Well, is it bullshit? Humans are only born with two fears: falling and loud noises.
Okay.
All other fears are learned from culture or environmental influences.
That could be accurate.
It could be like as just think of yourself as a baby. There's only two things you know: something loud, so somebody's screaming at you, or falling, or whatever, or falling. What else would you be scared of as a baby? Because if you're going to starve, you don't know.
Yeah, there's not a lot of conscious thought as to what's really happening or real understanding apart from I get food now I feel better, I want this, I want that. There's not a lot of thought past that. There's development that takes place, but that's interesting. That's something I never thought about.
Vinny, is it bullshit? Keeping your laptop plugged in while it's already at 100% will destroy the battery over time.
I believe that is bullshit, but I don't know.
I keep hearing this from people, so I'm guessing it's at least partially true.
I think maybe on older types of batteries, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. The charger is inside the device is quite intelligent. The cable and power supply that plug into the wall simply supply the correct voltage and current to the charging unit. This is the Cardiff electric minute. This myth has been floating around since every early rechargeable batteries like lead acid, NiCad. They don't need particularly intelligent charging system and basically just to add a specific voltage to put a charge on them. There's no feedback from the battery, blah, blah, blah. There are definitely charging patterns that are optimal for long-term battery life, but modern equipment like phones and laptops manage it for you. So you're okay to charge your phone. Because, yeah, I do that. I have the wireless charging in my car. So I just drop my phone on it every time I'm in and out of the car. So it's getting charged 20 times a day.
I didn't know they were going to be boasted.
Yes. I got CarPlay, too.
Oh, yeah. Wireless CarPlay?
Oh, yeah, and it never fucking works.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know how that would work.
It's awful. So frustrating. Is it bullshit that if a man pees on a pregnancy test and that test turns positive, it can mean he has cancer?
I think I hope so, because that'd be a really great way to find out.
It would be a much cheaper cancer test
to
run.
A tumor.
Just as a note, because while this is correct, the reverse is not true. A man still may have testicular cancer even if the pregnancy test doesn't turn positive. So people are saying that it's, I guess, yes, some testicular cancer could be identified by peeing on a pregnancy test. So maybe it makes you produce some type of estrogen. I don't know. That's interesting.
Ion Forest wants to know, Vinny, how did you like the John interview? I didn't like it. I loved it.
It was a nice, it was fun.
I loved how easily directed he was to play the guitar. Carl grabbed his guitar and then he just grabbed his. He's like, yay, we're going to have fun now. You ready to have fun, John? Let's have fun. You have your guitar out now, huh?
Where's your guitar? Vinny, 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 Vinny. No, I'm not going to sing today. We don't sing on subreddit surfing, Vinny.
Are you going to show me your chops and write a song about me right now?
Well, are you tempting me?
No, not actually.
Okay. Why write a song about you, Vinny? Why? There's no better.
All right, Doug. All right.
It's like when you've made the greatest movie ever, do they stop making movies? I think they should.
When they stop. Okay. You're saying that's the greatest song about Vinny of all time?
That is the greatest Vinny song of all time. And do you
is.
have a better one?
No.
If you do, send it to cardiffelectricpod@gmail.com.
None have been written except for that one. So that therefore it is the greatest.
But it is a wonderful thing to have parody songs written about you, isn't it?
I hope that's played at my funeral.
Yes. Oh, by the way, speaking of your funeral.
Yeah.
Our ending song has gotten us copyright strikes the last 2 weeks in a row. So we can no longer play our ending song. Thank you, Brian, I believe it was. But no, we cannot play that.
Oh, that's anymore. A bummer. It's a bummer.
Now, this is an interesting one. I've thought of this watching movies, watching television shows. Is it bullshit when a person is shot while holding a gun to someone's head? You know, you see the hostage situation. The bad Russian guy has the young woman gun to her head, and the sniper is pointing the gun at. I've got a clear shot, Captain. When can I shoot? You always wonder, will he? How do you know he doesn't squeeze that trigger as he's dying? Will his trigger finger tense the moment of the bullet impact?
That's such something I've always thought about. If
and
you
the
shoot
gun in his hand will go off,
fire immediately. They would tense up.
Yeah, wouldn't you think? Nice. This is one of my Reddit posts ever. Going to be using a court of law against me someday, probably. The problem is that you can't really predict what will happen. There's a lot of variables involved. Basically, the point is you should not risk it. Okay. So again, the consensus on this is it's
Just let them shoot
maybe.
someone in the head, then shoot them after.
Yeah.
Got it. Check.
Maybe find another way to save the hostage from the mean Russian guy. That's the plan.
Hey, there's a Ukrainian over there. What? They turn around. That's when you shoot them. That's what I learned from the movies.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've always thought that though, like that when they take that shot, because they do it all. I don't think any police force actually does that, but we've seen it in movies so many times. You got one there, Vinny? Oh, I think
no, I do not.
Is it bullshit? Breaking the seal the first time you urinate while drinking alcohol will cause you to urinate much more frequently for the rest of the night or for the last several hours. Now, I know it feels this way, but Vinny, once you break the seal, what happens? Does it make you piss more throughout the night? Or if you hold out longer than possible? Not bullshit, apparently. I had a urogynecologist give a lecture during med school, and they finished it with a fun fact about breaking the seal. Most people are familiar with the alcohol being a diuretic, something that makes you pee more. But in addition, it also acts as an irritant to the bladder. So if you arrive to a party with urine in your bladder and start drinking, it'll start to fill and you'll eventually need to relieve yourself. But once it's empty, if you've continued drinking, then the new urine will contain alcohol as its metabolites, only now without any prior urine to dilute it. The presence of alcohol will cause worsening irritation and inflammation of the bladder, giving the sensation of increased urgency. And that's where breaking the seal comes. So it is an actual medical. Yeah, how's Dr. Steve not covered this?
I'm sure he has. None of us watched.
Oh, yeah, he was live streaming tonight. He picked a bad night to go live.
Good choice, Doc.
Taking Carla down.
Now, I have one for you, Cardiff, that's kind of along the lines of what we were just discussing with muscles tensing. Now, okay, I guess it doesn't want to show up. Is it bullshit? When drunk, you don't tense your muscles during a fall, which is why drunk drivers are more likely to survive car crashes.
I've heard this. And children, like babies who are just, they don't know something bad's happening. They're just kind of mindlessly gaga-gooing.
Yeah, they just, as they fly through the air.
Yeah, they land.
In the air. The fucking flying Walindas. Now, someone wrote here, imagine you have two pieces of normal printer paper. Hold one loosely and then press it against the sharp edge of a counter or whatever. It's going to have a lot of give. Now, imagine if you do the same thing with a piece of paper, but you're holding it taut and stretched out. What happens when you press against the sharp edges? It rips, and you have a lot more problems. So I guess, obviously, you don't want your muscles to tense when you're falling, and that's one of the things they teach pro wrestlers, is not to tense up, but just
take a bump.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
Well, that is interesting. Yet we are not paper, so that hypothesis can shove itself up at the ass.
Okay, fair enough.
But
fair enough.
I have to poo-poo your wrestler hypothesis as well, because I've been a big fan of Dark Side of the Ring, and 90% of wrestlers die in a car crash, according to that show.
You know what? You're right, and they're usually all drunk too. So
yeah, so they're trained and they're drunk, yet they still end up dying in a car crash.
I just watched the Junkyard Dog episode today. I can't wait to watch the Adrian Adonis episode. That should be fun for everyone.
Yes. I feel the Abdullah the Butcher one was done previously. Like that seemed like a repeat to me.
Killer Beehive, does anyone on the sub provide sources? Fuck no. Ain't no fact checking on subreddit.
No.
Thank you for the $2, though.
Yes, thank you. Have you ever gone out to dinner?
You know that I have.
Okay. Have you ever offered the waitress, instead of paying your bill, to tell her a joke and make her laugh in exchange for your meal?
Have I ever offered that
Yes.
to
Or has anyone
trade
ever?
service?
Yes. A
No.
barter system. No.
No.
Well, have you ever heard of the artist Salvador Dali?
Certainly.
Is it bullshit? Salvador Dali avoided paying for checks at the restaurant by drawing on the checks with a signature, knowing the restaurant owner wouldn't cash the check. So he basically turned, I guess he was paying with a check and turned his signature on the check into such a piece of Salvador Dali art that he knew the owners would hold on to it and never cash the check. If
That's
this is
interesting.
true, it's brilliant.
It really is. And those people, end up with something worth a lot more than whatever a meal cost.
Top comment. My father had lunch with him, and this is exactly what he did. Apparently, the restaurant owner asked for the drawing.
That's hysterical. Dylan from somewhere. By God, you're onto something. The lying Melendez is just as captivating as the flying Melendez. Holy shit!
Is that guy trying to cross Niagara Falls again?
I don't know.
We get it. You cross the falls. Big deal.
Fucking A. People do it all the time.
Dylan
from somewhere, by the way, has a wonderful YouTube channel. You should all check out. He's a great egg.
You should audition to be his co-host.
I should.
And I think he's still looking for a co-host. He's still doing auditions. The last time I checked.
Okay, maybe. I like Dylan.
Now this is an interesting one.
All right.
And I've heard this one. Is it bullshit? Airline companies keep track of your internet cookies and increase the price for flights that you were searching for when you come back.
I choose to believe that's true because I like to think that my fears of AI looking to actively screw me and ruin my life are justified.
Now I know. Sorry.
No, I just believe that that's the kind of shit that they've come up with to make. That's the kind of shit that they want to use AI for. Shit to nickel and dime us. So yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I think, and again, I've experienced this recently, but I think it could be more of a supply and demand issue. I mean, there's limited seats on an airplane, right?
Sure.
I would assume that there's a price for the entire plane. And every time seats start selling out, they kind of raise the price of the seats that are left so they can make more money if the flight's going to sell out. I think if the flight is remaining, half unsold till the day before, those prices may stay pretty low. I'm assuming. But I've had it once where I had to buy 2 flights on the same flight with 2 different credit cards, and I did one, and by the time I went and did the other one, the price had gone up. Which was frustrating.
How much? How bad they get you?
It was like $40.
Oh, that's still shitty.
But still. Yeah, so maybe it's just a case of that as you wait, as you go back to the flight. But yeah, they could know, hey, this guy was looking at this before. He's coming back to buy it. Price is going up now.
Here's what's going to happen now. I was looking at plane tickets yesterday morning for Detroit. And now that we've had this conversation, I know that tomorrow when I go to buy a ticket, I'm going to be absolutely fucked.
Well, the nice thing is you'll already have ads on your phone for flights to Detroit just from us talking about this today.
That'll be good. That'll be nice. Make it easy.
It'll make it easy for you. It'll make it easy. How about that shit? Your phone's listening, right? When you get those targeted ads, something you just talked about, something totally random you just talked about, and there it is on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your YouTube.
Titties.
Damn you.
Titties.
Cunt.
Titties. Go ahead, Cardiff.
Cunt.
Titties.
In India, yes. I searched for a flight, messed up at some step, tried again, and the prices were higher. Tried on another laptop at home, prices were equally high. Used a VPN, and prices were back low again. This happened time and time again. It's not a myth. It's very, very true.
Interesting.
That's why I use a VPN all the time.
Is that why?
Yes.
That's the reason.
Yes, to get those cheap
That's
Canadian
the only
super
reason.
chats. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Vinny.
Yo.
Is it bullshit? This I don't even understand this. I was told by my Red Cross phlebotomist, I guess the person that takes your blood,
Lobotomist.
that my blood was a brighter red than normal because I used natural gas in my house. I donated blood today at the local Red Cross. I was on the table. My phlebotomist asked me if I heated my
You heathen.
phlebotomist asked me if I heated my home with natural gas. I thought that was kind of a strange question. I told her no, but I cook with a natural gas stove. She told me that she could tell because my blood was brighter red than usual because of my exposure to natural gas. Could this be true?
What are they fracking outside of this guy's house? What's going on?
Top post, dentist here, giving IV sedation every weekday. What the phlebotomist told you is a bold-faced lie, likely driven by the new fear-mongering about gas stoves in the news. I did hear that. People were saying gas stoves will kill you.
Yeah, there's a whole thing on that. People are trying to get rid of natural gas and whatnot. Cardiff.
Vinny.
What a night we've had, buddy. What a night.
We have. It's been a long day of podcasting, hasn't it?
It has. I'm gonna get out of here because I got another one tomorrow. Tomorrow morning on Carlson Cast, I get to interview Christopher Kid Reed. Kid from Kid and Play. He's gonna be sitting over there on the couch. And I have to do an interview.
Is he coming into the club? Is he performing?
Yeah, he's doing stand-up.
He's doing stand-up. So when's that show? Tomorrow night?
Actually, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 5 shows. CarlsonComedy.com.
Are there a couple tickets left for me to show up?
Sure.
I should call, shouldn't I? I should call ahead and get tickets.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Well,
Vinny, this has been an episode of Subreddit Surfing.
Yeah, it certainly has. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd really appreciate it if you did. And if you want to consider being a member, once we get over 100, we're going to start doing bonus episodes for you guys once a month at least.
I'll blow the whistle too.
Yeah, Cardiff will blow the whistle. And we truly appreciate it. We'll be back again next week with a brand new subreddit to surf. Until then, what do we say, Cardiff?
Surf's up, Vinny.
Surf's up, Cardiff.